Hello and welcome to another gauge demo from fipgauges.com. Today we're looking at the radio stack. Okay, so let's cover the S keys first of all. So we are using S1 through to S5 on this gauge. S6 is not used at all. On this gauge we are using the right dial for changing the frequency fractions, so the menu isn't activated on the right dial like it is in most gauges. On this gauge the blue LED is up on the left top corner and that indicates that the S1 activates the menu. So we press S1 to turn the menu on and we press S1 again to turn the menu off. Now I'll cover the menu in a little bit more detail in a moment, but for now I'll cover the S2 to S5 keys. Now S2 to S5 simply selects the radio that you want to edit using the left and right dials. So at the moment S2 is selected and that brings the COM1 as the active radio. When I press S3 we have now got NAV1 as the active radio. And when I click down here we've now got COM2 as the active radio and now NAV2 as the active radio when pressing S5. Now to change the frequencies and to do the switching you use the S keys. So the S key is pressed again if you want to swap the frequency. So if you want to swap this frequency that is currently selected, I can simply press the S5 button and the frequencies will swap. If that radio is not the active radio, it will select that as the active radio. If you then press it again while it is active, it does the frequency swap. So select, swap, select, swap. Okay, so now it's just a simple case of selecting the radio that you want. So we'll go straight to NAV2 using S5, and now I can change the fractional values of the standby frequency, and I can select the main values and change that part of the frequency as well. So once you've selected your frequency, you simply then press the button, the S button again, and those frequencies swap. It's as simple as that. So if I want to change the NAV1 frequency, I press S3. I then use the right dial to change the fractions, the left dial to change the main number, and then I press S3 again and that swaps the frequency. Okay, so let's now jump into the menu. Pressing S1, as I said before, brings up the menu, and the first option in the menu is instructions. Now, the instructions, if I activate using the left dial, will give you an indication of what the other menu functions do. Okay, I'll turn that off for now. Turning the right dial takes me to the next menu option, which is COM1 or COM2. Now I can use the left dial to toggle between the active COM1 or COM2. Turn it right, it goes COM1, turn left, it goes to COM2. So you're selecting the active COM frequency. Use the right dial again for the next menu option, and this has got the listen to NAV1. So this is listening to the ident, so you can hear the Morse code, and we can simply turn this on and off, so you can listen to the Morse code for the frequency. Turn the right dial one more, we've now got the option to listen to NAV2, and we can turn the NAV2 listening option on and off as well. And last but not least, you can turn the button and dial guides off, so it's these little blue lines and indicators at the side here. If you don't like those, you can turn those off, and then you don't have those on there. I think by default they're off, so feel free to turn them on. Okay, so that covers the menu options, and you turn the dial all the way to the left and the menu will switch off. You can also press the S1 key again and that will also close the menu as well. Okay, so when you actually have the NAV1 or NAV2 frequencies tuned in and it detects the signal, you will see an LED light in these two positions to indicate that you actually have a signal. So I'm currently sitting in Gatwick and I know that my NAV frequency is 110.90. So I'm going to switch, and now as you can see it's seeing the signal from my nav and that light comes on. Okay, so that's the radio stack. I hope that was helpful. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so, and come back and check out more videos soon. Bye bye.